What's good, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. What's going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and I intend on doing the exact same. What's going on, you guys? Now, before we get into today's mess, let's talk about what we got coming up on the horizon in the church announcements. Now, as you guys already know, today is Tuesday, which means that Love and Hip Hop airs tonight on MTV at 8/7 Central, which also means that on tomorrow night, we will be doing roast review on Giving You the Real Teas platform. Myself, T, and Josiah will be giving our opinions on tonight's episode of Love and Hip Hop ATL. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow to see us. All right. And also, like I told you guys before, me and the guys have already met up for Boys Night Out, and we have already gotten we got our air date and everything together. So we will be revealing that by the end of the month. So make sure you guys get ready for that. So with that being said, that's pretty much all that we got on the church announcement. So let's go ahead and get into the mess. Now, for today's mess, we're talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore and Sonia Richards Ross, honey. That's what we're here to talk about. Now, as we can see, there has been some, tension brewing between Kenya Moore and Sonia Richards Ross. But after the airing of Sunday night's episode, the two of them have been throwing shade at each other, and they ultimately unfollowed each other on social media. Kenya Moore accused Sonia Richards Ross of being fake neutral, and then Sonia turned around and threw some shade right back. Now, some of this stuff comes from the Bravo Shade Room on Instagram, and some of it comes from the Urban Belle magazine. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So Kenya watched the episode, Sunday's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. She now feels like it's safe to say that Sonia is a fake friend who plays neutral when she's far from it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into what we're talking about. All right. So let me go ahead and click on this. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. I didn't even share the damn thing, y'all. Hold on, y'all. See, every time I think I'm doing something the right way, I'm always messing it up. Hold on, y'all. Let me go ahead and share this screen. I didn't even share my screen. No wonder it was messing up, honey. I hate it when I do stuff like that. Okay, now that we got it, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all.
Figure out what is the difference between he was in your DMs and that was she. We just skirted past that, but when Martell was in her DMs, it was a whole situation.
He did slide into my DMs before.
Let me see it.
2 years ago. 2 years ago, not 6 months ago.
I said at least six. I said at least six.
What did you say to this queen?
So basically, someone on Twitter said, what are we even talking about right now? Sonya, why are you going so hard on Kenya's man after she done helped you raise all that money for your charity? I'm sorry, but this fake stuff is too much. And that's when Kenya responded with, because Sonya Richards Ross is not my friend or neutral. Pay attention. Okay. So then let's go back into the article. So then after that, Sonya Richards Ross shaded Kenya Moore. So let's see where we at. So Kenya then went on to unfollow Sonya, and hours later, Sonya went and threw some shade on Instagram. Okay, so let's get into what the shade was that she threw on Instagram. Let me remove this on out the way. And then Sonya Richards Ross said, when you stay relevant in working without having to post one tweet, okay? So that was Sonya Richards Ross basically shading Miss Kenya Moore. And then after she said that, the two of them unfollowed each other. Now, I'm not sure if one unfollowed the other one and then the other one, responded by unfollowing the other. But it could be a situation where Kenya probably blocked Sonya or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I just recently blocked somebody myself, honey. And then that's when someone else tweeted Kenya and said, see, Sonya, that's why Kenya doesn't trust you. And then Kenya responded with, yep, not neutral, and goes behind my back and kikis about me. Okay. So that's pretty much the gist of that. Let me see what else is also up in this article. Okay, so that's about it. All right. So that's pretty much the gist of that. That's pretty much Kenya accusing Miss Sonya Richards Ross of being, non-neutral, being fake, being a fake friend or whatever. But this ain't nothing new. I've been saying all of this. I've been saying that Sonya is fake neutral. I've been saying that she is not friends with no one on that show but Sheree and Marlo. I've been saying that. And I also been saying that while she's only friends with them two, it's really nothing wrong with her being friends with whomever she chooses. The only issue that I be having with Sonya is that she be faking. Like, girl, you ain't got to fake being friends with me. You ain't got to pretend like you really like me like that. We can just be surface friends, girl. You ain't got to pretend like you fuck with me like that. Just own up to the fact that you don't really fool with me. Just own up to the fact that you really just fool with Sheree and Marlo, because that's more your steez, and that's okay that that's being more your steez. If that's more your steez, then do that. But don't sit up here and act like you really cool with me. Don't sit up here and act like you really my friend, because you know you're not my friend. It takes way too much energy to be phony. It takes way too much energy to pretend like you really rock with somebody when you know you don't. That is the issue that I have with Sonya. She says on one end that, Kenya, I want to be your friend, or Kenya, I want to build a relationship with you. But then you turn around and you dragging her behind the back. You know what I mean? Like, when you get with Sheree and Marlo, that's when you become your real self. And that's because those are the people you really rock with, right? So I don't know. Call me crazy, but that's just what I believe, and that's just what I think. I just really believe that Sheree and Marlo are the type of people that she'd rather be around. And once again, as I said before, that's her prerogative if that's what she wants. You know what I mean? Like, who am I to tell her who she can and can't hang with? You feel what I mean? Like, girls can hang out with whomever the hell they want to. I just say just keep it a book and keep it real about your movement. Is all I'm saying. You can't sit up here and be so confused when someone tells you that they don't trust you. Kenya don't trust you because of things like that. You know Kenya and Marlo don't like each other, so why are you over? That is exactly what I'm talking about. You know Kenya and Marlo really don't fool with each other, and you claim that you want to be cool with Kenya. So why are you sitting over there with the main person that don't like her, and you talking trash about her to the person that don't like her? When you neutral, you don't do that. When you neutral, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. That's the same issue that I had when it came down to the whole Candy and Sonya thing. When Candy said that she's a fence rider or whatever, it seems like she straddles the fence, and certain people got mad with me because I said that. But I agree with what Candy said, because how you sitting over there with Courtney, and you sitting over there and she's calling me ghetto, and you over there kikiing about it, but then when you come over here with me, you want to come back and tell me what the Courtney said. You feel what I'm saying? What the you telling me what she's saying for when you was over there kikiing about it? See, you being two-faced and you being messy. You know what I mean? Because if you was really my friend, if you really rock with me, if you really felt like that was something that I needed to know, you would have checked Courtney right then and there. But you didn't check Courtney right then and there. But what you decided to do was sit up there and kiki with her. That's what you decided to do. You decided to go over there and kiki with that girl. That's what you decided to do. And I think that that's whack as, seriously, it's whack as hell for you to do something like that. It's whack for you to think that that's okay. It's not okay. Absolutely not. It's not. So don't get in your feelings when someone says you're straddling the fence, because that's exactly what you're doing. Don't get in your feelings when someone calls you out on your because everything that they're calling you out on is all facts. Don't get up in your feelings when people call it for what it is, Sonya. You are a backbiter. You are two-faced. You are someone that straddles fences. You are. And you feel like people are trying to force you to pick a side. That's not the case at all. We too grown to be picking sides here. But don't pretend like you haven't chose one when you know that you have. You know what I mean? That's my point of it all. She pretends as if she hasn't picked the side when we already know that she hasn't. When we already know that she has. And the sad part about it is I really want to like Sonya. I don't think that she's the worst person in the world. You know, I came into this last season really rooting for Sonya to really find her footing on this show, and I was excited to see her on this show because I didn't know much about her before then. But I saw her history, and I saw that she was a Olympic gold medalist and things of that nature. She really had some accomplishments before she came on, so I was very excited to see her, and I really wanted so much for her on this show. But when she started fucking with Drew and picking a beef with her, and then just straddling fences and doing all that crazy shit. I'm just like, okay, Sonya, I don't know. Like, and that's the thing. I really want to like her, and I really feel like if I knew her in person, we would be the best of friends, probably. But at the same time, looking at this show, probably not, because she looked like a face. She not a face rider. She probably is a face rider to Ross, but that's another story. But she looked like a fence rider. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion on that. But I ain't gonna stick on this for too long. Well, so you guys, that's what I got for today. This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. If you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my IG, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, your boys up out here, and until my next video, because there are a couple of more coming after this. I will see you then. Bye, y'all.